Hello everyone. Now before you watch this part, you need to watch part 1 on articles a, and the. So this is part 2 of articles in the grammar, and I've got one question for you. How do we use the indefinite articles a and an? I explained this question a little bit in part 1, but I will give you more explanation now in part 2. Now, this is the question: how do we use the indefinite articles a and an? We use a and an before a singular common countable noun, and I explained a singular common countable noun in part 1. So, she lives in a lovely house. So, house is a singular common countable noun. I use a before house. Of course, a is used with house. A is for house. And lovely is an adjective, and we use lovely between a and house. House is the noun. I use a before it. A dog is a faithful animal, and also a beautiful animal. A dog is a faithful animal. So animal is a singular common countable noun, and as you know, it is singular because it is one. It is countable, it's common because it's part of a group, and we use a. A is for animal. Now, in some noun phrases, so we can use a or an in some noun phrases. So what is a noun phrase? A noun phrase is a noun and a preposition. A noun is a name. A preposition is like at, on, from. So if you look here, couple of is a noun phrase. I use a. A couple of. It means two. A couple of maybe chairs means two chairs. I use a before lot of. I use a before a great deal. So a great deal of information, for example, means a lot of information. Number C, we use a or an before meals. If, remember this, we use a or an before meals if there is an adjective before them, or if it is a special meal. Only in this situation. Only in this situation. Pars gave us a good dinner. So good is an adjective. Dinner is a meal. If you have an adjective and name of a meal, you can use a. It's correct. If you use a before dinner, again it's correct. But a dinner means a special dinner. It doesn't mean any dinner. So I was invited to a dinner by the mayor of Birmingham. Mayor is like president or manager. But we don't say manager or president, we say mayor. So a dinner means a special dinner. So again, in these situations, if there is an adjective before a meal, or if it is a special meal, I use a. And I put the answers for you in blue. We can use a or an when we show our feelings. So if you look at this sentence has an exclamation mark at the end. This means this sentence is about our feelings. And here I use a, and a is for day. What a day, what a day, what a beautiful day. So a is used for day. And beautiful is the adjective which comes between day and a. So we use a or an when we speak about strangers. So a Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson is the surname, and I use a before it. In general, we cannot use a and then surname. It's wrong English. But in this situation we can. But what's the meaning of this sentence? A Mr. Johnson asks about you. This means someone is called Johnson, but I don't know this person. This person is a stranger for me. Again, we use a or am before some words such as little and few. So as you can see, a little, which means a small amount. We use a little, of course we use little and a little with uncountable nouns. A few means a small number, and we use few and a few with countable nouns. So if I say, I have a little sugar, if you use a before little, it means the meaning is positive. What does it mean, positive? It means I can give you some sugar. So if my neighbor comes to me and asks me, do you have any sugar? I can say, I have a little sugar. A little sugar means I am positive, I can give you. But if I say, I have little sugar, there is no a. It means the meaning is negative. This means I have little sugar, I can't give you, sorry. And this is the meaning of positive and negative. Another point, some of you can see a. Of course, a is part of little. I cannot say in English a sugar, it's wrong. So a and little, they come together, they are one word. A and little, they come together and they are one word. So here a is not for sugar, a is used with little. Now little in English is less than a little, of course, because little is negative, a little is positive. The same story is here. I have a few chairs. A is used, it means the sentence is positive. It means I can give you some chairs. I don't use a before few. It means the meaning is negative. I don't have enough chairs. Of course, a few is fewer than a few. And also a here is part of a few, because I cannot say a chairs. So a few, they are two words, but they come together. And a in this sentence is for few. It is not for chairs, because a and few come together in this sentence. Now, little and few are generally used in written English. So when we write English, we use little and few. But in speaking, we use a little, a few. We can use a little, a few, and few as adjectives and as pronouns. What does this mean? I have a little sugar. So if you can see, sugar is a noun. A little is an adjective. Why is it an adjective? Because we use it before a noun. Sugar is a noun. A noun is a name. Anything used before a noun or a name is an adjective. So a little is an adjective for sugar. A little is an adjective, and a is part of little, and it is not part of sugar. I have little sugar. Little is an adjective, again, before sugar. How much sugar do you need? Ahmed, how much sugar do you need? Andrew, a little. Little is a pronoun. It's a pronoun. What does it mean? I don't use any noun after little. So if I use little and then noun, this means little is an adjective. Very good. But if you say a little and you stop, it means a little is a pronoun. I have a few chairs. A few is an adjective. Why is it an adjective? Because I use a few before a noun. Chairs, is a noun. A few is the adjective because it comes before chairs. A is part of a few. I explained this, and it's not part of chairs. So a is for few, it's not for chairs in this sentence. I have few chairs. Few is an adjective. Now, a few of our students will sit their exams in June this year. So after a few, I don't use a noun. There is no name. I use of. Of is not a noun. Of is a preposition. So after a few, I don't use a noun. This means a few is a pronoun. Students complained a little about their exams. So little is an adverb and little is used with the verb. So here a little is used with complained, which is the verb. Complained is the verb, I use a little. But why a little is an adverb? Because it shows me how they complained, how the students complained. They complained how? A little. They did not complain a lot. So little is an adverb and little is used with a verb. In this sentence, stressed is an adjective. A little is used before stressed. And a little is again an adverb. So little is an adverb and little is used with an adjective. So I put a little, which is the adverb, and I use stressed as an adjective. Can you speak a little faster? Or I can say, can you speak a little more? Or I can say, can you speak a little better? So I use little. Little is an adverb here. Means how you speak faster, how you speak better. So a little is an adverb. And also there is no noun after little. So little is not an adjective. So little is an adverb and little is used with a comparative adjective. These are comparative adjectives. I'll put a video on adjectives on YouTube. So comparative adjectives, when you compare maybe two things, two people, two animals. I am fast, but my daughter is faster than me. So faster is a comparative adjective. So I use a little as an adverb with verbs. I use a little as an adverb with adjectives. I use a little with comparative adjectives. And here a little is what is an adverb. So we can use a little as an adjective. We can use a little as an adverb. We can use a little as a pronoun. And the same information is about few. Now, this is very important. We do not use a or an. Oops, again, typing mistake, sorry. We don't use a or an before uncountable nouns. So I cannot say an information because information is not countable. I cannot say a furniture. It is wrong English. So I put it in red for you, as you can see. We don't use a or an before plural nouns. So I have a car. This is correct because one car, but Jamal has two cars. So I cannot say a cars. No, it's wrong English. Now, we cannot use a or an before meals. So Georgina has breakfast at 7 a.m. So Georgina has breakfast, Georgina has dinner, Georgina has lunch, Georgina has supper. We don't use a before meals. But as I explained at the beginning of the video, if you use an adjective and then you use a meal, you can say a good breakfast, but you cannot say a breakfast. You know, you can say a good dinner, but you cannot say a dinner. So if you use an adjective and meal, you can use a. But in general, Georgina has breakfast, Georgina has lunch, Georgina has dinner, Georgina has supper. So now, this is very interesting. Yes, I explained, and I said a and an. You know, a means one, an means one. The word one has many meanings. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one 6. One should depend on oneself. What is the meaning of one? It means people. So one should depend on oneself. One here means people. And if you use one here, you have to use one here. You can say people should depend on themselves. You should depend on yourself. They should depend on themselves. And all of them have the same meaning. So when we say one, it means anyone, any person. So one means here all people. In this sentence, one student asked a question while others did not. So what's the meaning of one? It means one student here. It is a number. One asked a question while others did not. Again, one student, one person asked a question. So one here, it means a number, one. This explanation is here. One day, people will learn English online only. So what's the meaning of one day? It means in the future. One day means in the future. Basil bought a red shirt and his brother bought a white one. What is the meaning of one? It means shirt. It means, sorry about this, disclose this. One means shirt. It is okay to say bought in a white shirt, but it's not good English. It's better to say a white one. So a white one means a white shirt. Basil bought a red shirt and his brother bought a white one. This means a white shirt. One summer, again we can use one before seasons. One summer, one winter, one spring, one autumn. We went to Miami Beach. So one can be used before seasons or days. So I can say again, like one summer, one winter, one day, 1 week, 1 year, etc. Again, to do more practice on the internet, you can type the following sentence into www.google.com. You type this sentence, you open the internet and you type this sentence, and then Google will give you thousands of websites, and you can use these websites to practice your English. And here to practice what? The use of a, an, and the. So thank you for listening. Please click on subscribe if you want to watch more free videos on my channel. Thank you very much.